What we see right here is our customer portal that comes to us via our partner, YourSix. YourSix does the PSAAS, which is the live streaming video portion of this. And this is the customer portal that logs into and is able to view the cameras on top of the head units on each of the mobile surveillance units. These mobile surveillance units, as you can see looking down on this picture here, this has solar panels. It's intended to be put into areas where there's possibly no electricity, but still needs to have high quality video streaming, documenting, monitoring, surveilling certain areas. And so on this one, we use all Axis head products. Like this is Axis PTZ camera with a 32x zoom, high definition. You can see in 1280 by 720 is what it's streaming in. Our thermals as well. With our customer portal, you're able to, down here, we're able to store all the video. We have a redundant system using the cloud and using an SD card. One for on-site, the SD card about 30 to 45 days. The cloud service is about 7 days, and it stores it in a high def video in case you ever have to retrieve it. This timeline of events right here shows when this was armed. If there was an event that triggered, this shows that at 6:25, it's 6:27 right now, something triggered this thermal here at this site. You can scroll this back up to 7 days. So you can see the clarity of this gentleman that's up here. If you were in the daytime, you're logging in as a customer, you want to see your site, how things are going. You can navigate the camera over here. It has very easy to use navigatable tools here for pan, tilting, and zooming in. And you can see the gentleman here. We can get a really close view. And you can get right down to see, you know, what type saw he's using, read the letters, read the words on the saw. You can just about count the teeth on the saw. I mean, you can get very granular. The customer is able to zoom in, look at things, get a really good idea of how their project is going, and you really keep it and get a really good quality streaming video that, you know, through this with a very easy to use tools. There's a speaker here also that's used by a lot of our project managers, and they talk from the corporate office through this. They can come through, and through the speaker system, they can talk to any employee that's there. It's not a two-way speaker, but they can speak through it to somebody. Sometimes they play music through it just to have it being played through the day. But really where this comes in handy is each of our head units that are on our mobile surveillance units has a speaker system that is for the monitoring station to come through. So if this guy right here was an intruder setting off the sensors because of motion detected when this thing was turned on, monitoring station will come on and would see this person over there. They would activate, first they would activate this button here to turn on the floodlight and then turn on the strobe light. And then they would come through the speaker system and let this person know, hey, we see you over there, because the whole point is to rapidly detect the person, then use the speaker system as a deterrence. But if they weren't able to deter the person from leaving, then they would go through the protocols of calling that we have pre-established with a customer on setting up a protocol for response if an intruder is detected, because it could actually be an actual employee, but we don't get involved operationally to say that's an employee. We have to then contact somebody from the company, say, hey, somebody's being detected here. Can you go on your, you know, mobile phone, take a look, let us know, is that an employee? Or if not, you know, do we need to dispatch the police? And then if no one picks up from the company, after, because we have usually 2 or 3 numbers that we call through, then we have a directive from the company. If no one from your company picks up, do you want us to call the police? Thermal cameras as well. Again, these don't move. They don't pan, tilt, or zoom, they are in a fixed location. This guy's being detected up here because the motion. And what we've done is you see these things blowing down here. We've actually gone through and we set up a test for a week, and we do this with every customer. We set up a test for a week where we'll run this and we'll weed out where there's change in gradients enough that would trigger some sort of motion detection, like maybe there's sand that's blowing, or maybe there's a piece of tarp in this case that keeps flapping up and down. It's able to weed it out, so it's not setting it off as it remains on the project for the duration of the project, so it stays as a false alarm. You can see it's in high def as well, able to take still photos if you wanted to. If someone was watching something for job site visibility and wanted to click a snapshot of something that was happening right there, they could just click that and it just takes a picture. You see it just went down here. Now pop it back up. So I've got a picture now of the thermal. If there was anything, if I needed to document something that I just saw, or I could have a chance to go back to get the video. This is also recording 24 hours a day. So like these guys up here moving, if this was armed, they would be detected and this video would be going off and the alerts would be happening down here. You would see the alerts like that right there. This particular one has loiter guard. It's one of our features. The loiter guard, if they stop for more than 5 seconds, then it triggers that they're up to something. As long as they keep moving, it's not going to set off the alarm.